Hey, what's up, guys? It's not early in the morning, but I was about to say rise and shine or whatever. So in today's video, guys, we're going to go for more power, guys. So hopefully that happens. But as you know, something always comes up. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. So anyway, something always happens, you know. I mean, so hopefully we're able to get this done today. Not anybody's fault, just always something always comes up, you know what I mean? Like something, if it's not the car, it's the device. If it's not the device, it's weather. You know, there's always so many factors that go in. Also, another thing, just really quick, I don't want to ramble on too much about this stuff, but most of the times when you try to go film, you kind of try to plan in advance, but you know, it just never goes the way you want it to go sometimes, you know. Here, guys, and for today we have Luis there. He just got here, but let's check this out. This is a Chevy.
Hey, we lost it.
Oh yeah, I know. All right, guys, this is a 5.0 Coyote swapped. We're at the shop, Wild Greaser Garage. I'm gonna pull the car in.
Yo, so what we're gonna do right now is that David went ahead and installed some catless exhaust.
Yeah.
Right? Because he still had catalytic converters with boost. So we're gonna see what changes it, how much power it made from then till now, and then if we can squeeze in a little bit more power, we can go ahead and do that. My biggest concern is that last time we only saw 10 pounds of boost, and this is a 15-pound pulley.
Yeah.
Something's not adding up.
Yeah.
We'll do a pass as is right now with the same tune that I had before, minus exhaust.
Yeah.
We'll see what kind of power we made from it, and we'll downlog the boost as well. See if we're still touching 10 psi. We should be doing at least close to 14 to 15, give or take. Maybe not the full 15 because we have a free-flowing exhaust now, so we should be closer to 14. 13 and a half is still acceptable, give or take. Yeah,
usually another thing that the pulleys also don't make exactly the PSI.
Right, it's based off of impeller speed and RPM.
Yeah.
So as long as we get close to it, it'll be fine. But last time we only saw 10 pounds, so it's a little bit concerning. So we'll do a pull and we'll see what she's got. All right,
cool. All right, so you heard it there, guys. He's gonna do a first pull and see what numbers he gets, and then take it from there. What's up, bro?
Yo.
And thanks to Mark. No. We won't show that part, bro. You know, like I said again, thanks to Mark also for, you know, providing the space for the dyno, and Ortiz, you know, for doing all the tuning, the secret sauce, the Ortiz sauce. So hopefully, you know, we'll see what we get. So
that's what you call a Procharger right there. 3.7 with a Procharger.
3.7, yeah.
Our goal, well, we're hoping to hit at least 520 horsepower.
Hopefully.
Very possible.
Yeah. Hopefully, that's the goal.
Vector, starter pulley, gates built, booster pump, full exhaust, Louis sauce, gay sauce, but it's sauce. Right, Cup? Where's the goal? There you go, we're coming. Look at this.
small little comparison. But now that we know everything's 100%,
cool.
We'll go ahead and I'll review it. And if it's ready for a full on everything, and we'll do that right now.
All right,
cool. I just want to make sure that there's no knock activity. There's nothing like that. No inconsistent fueling.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't know that.
Well, that's what I'm about to look. So we're only at 11 pounds.
11?
11 pounds.
That's weird, dude.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Wow. Okay. So it's at 11. Wow.
It's at 11.
So it's higher than, so this went higher than last time. Because last time you
just
were,
a little bit,
yeah, just a little bit. I'm guessing that's the difference going catless, right?
Yeah. So
maybe.
Let me go ahead and make some changes.
Okay.
And we'll do a full-on pull this time around.
Okay. Cool.
This time you're gonna see that the RPMs are gonna jump much higher.
Okay. $476.
I think some RPM signal, so I'm gonna check that out. But it made 476.
Okay, that's pretty
would
cool.
Go in and out.
Yeah.
But it was able to go ahead and capture most of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check this out, but we did make 476.
That's pretty. 11 pounds.
Yeah, we're still making 11 pounds.
Dang, dude. Hey, but that's not bad. 476 on 11 pounds. Holy cow. It's pretty good.
You can see the graph right there. It's based off of mile per hour and then
all right.
power and torque.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So
damn, dude.
I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna go ahead and see what's going on with the RPM deal.
Yeah.
And then we'll let this thing cool down a little bit, and then we'll do another pull.
Another pull.
Spark and everything looked fine. All right. So
Okay.
I've always told customers that the 3.7 V6 platform responds incredibly well when it comes to exhaust modifications. You can add, intake stuff, and it'll add up, some. It definitely helps out. But this engine does not lack much of the intake side. But more than anything, it lacks on the exhaust side.
Yeah.
And right now, we made a little close to 30 horsepower difference.
Yeah, right there. So.
From catted to non-catted.
Yeah.
That's it. From catted to non-catted, almost 30 horsepower.
30, yeah.
And like I said, even naturally aspirated, we make changes to the exhaust VCT, and we end up getting some really good gains. And the reason being is because they respond really well. The intake manifold, it's decent. If you do porting, it'll definitely help out quite a bit. But if anything else, doing exhaust modifications is definitely going to be the way to go. This car doesn't have long tubes, but I would say that it would benefit much more with long tubes than the shorties and the off-road exhaust that you have currently at the time. So doing a set of long tubes, I think it is going to be beneficial. But we went from 451 to 476 on just that change alone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy, and we didn't even do long tubes.
Nope.
So we'll let it cool down a little bit, and then we'll see what she does here in a bit.
$481? Dang, dude. All right. How many pounds of boost is that?
So we were at 11.4.
Same thing as before. Okay. 481.
481.
Dang, dude. That's crazy. What was the final?
So it's like I said, these cars will always respond great to exhaust modifications.
Yeah.
Natural aspirated, boost, you name it.
Yeah.
They do respond well to porting on the manifolds, but you're getting a little bit more into it. If you're gonna swap out exhaust, make sure you go with long tube headers and off-road exhaust system.
Yeah.
If you go shorties, I mean, it'll help out some, but the biggest benefit from these cars is going to be removing the catalytic converters.
Yeah.
Be sure to check with your state for compliance and whatnot.
Definitely.
But what I was going to say too is if you're not able to go ahead and do the off-road exhaust system, you can go ahead and do the high flows. You're still going to get power. In the case of this vehicle, we were able to go ahead and go from an off-road exhaust system, since this car is going to be in the track. And we ended up making the 30 horsepower peak and through the curve. That's the biggest difference right there between the two. Peak, you might get some big numbers, but if you look across the board, that's really what's going to send you down the track a lot faster. So we made both peak and through the curve 30 horsepower. Well, about 29 to 30 horsepower across the board. It's still the same thing. And it just goes to show you that small little parts like that can make a huge difference.
Yeah,
and that's
definitely.
what we're dealing with here. Now, the challenge that we're dealing with right now is that we made 481 with the boost sleeve. It's not belt slip because if you look at the data log and everything, boost will start climbing and keep climbing because it's a Sentry.
Yeah.
When boost starts tapering off a little bit, that's when you know that that's a belt slip because it's not keeping up. So on this car, boost is still climbing. So, but we're not getting the full 15 psi. We're not even getting 12. We're only getting 11.4.
11.4, yeah.
Which leads me to believe that this thing has boost leak. At around 5,500 RPMs, give or take, that's when we started leaning out.
Yeah.
I thought this car had the DW pump installed, but it still has the factory one installed. So
yes, actually,
go,
I didn't get to install.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade the pump.
Yeah.
Donated by yours truly.
Yes, thank you. Sponsored by Ortiz.
I donated that pump and no installation. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
But anyways, the pump is gonna go in. We're no longer gonna lean out, and you can see the graph. We're at around 5,500 RPMs. It peaks around 6,000, I think, and then it starts going down.
Dipping.
And it's because it no longer has any fuel.
Yeah.
Right. So once we get the pump in and we get the boost leak figured out, I'm more than confident that we're going to be over 500 horsepower all day long.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's, dude. I mean, that's that's what I've been after, the little V6. Yeah, the little V6 that could. So that's, I mean, that's been the goal, you know, from when I got the eventually after I Procharged the car, to at least get 500. So, all right, dude. Well, thanks, bro. I really appreciate it. No problem. If you guys need any tuning for your EcoBoost V6 Mustangs, you also tune V8s, right?
Oh yeah, Coyotes.
And Coyote Motors. Right there we have a GT. Anything Ford related, make sure to hit up Ortiz Performance. I'll link his website down there, the Facebook. And, you know, Wild Greaser Garage too, you know, for installs, any kind of install, you know, you name it, they do it. Diagnosing. And he also does, you know, email tune, so it's not like it's just local, you know,
so basically
nationwide.
What I do is that any information that I get off of this vehicle with a certain setup, I go ahead and try and get the most out of it with variable cap time, with the spark curve, with absolutely anything that we can think of. And then what we end up doing is that since we know that setup works fantastic, we end up repeating it for other similar setups. And once we're very confident in what we're doing in regards to the cam angles with the spark table and all that stuff, then we can go ahead and move that over to the email too. So whatever power we're making, whatever adjustments we're making to these cars, we pass that along over to you. The difference between the two is that we require data logs from you so that you can send over to us. Not every car is going to be built the same, so there's always going to be a little bit of change here and there. But that's why we require data logs, so that we can go ahead and make adjustments and update it, and we move along. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, just like you explained it, that's basically how an email tune works. It's not like, you know, somebody could just make something up and, you know, send it to you, but that's what it takes for them to come up with research and development. Yeah, there you go. I'm pretty happy with the results, guys. I couldn't be happier. I mean, it's a V6 at the end of the day, you know, so we can't bust out into the, you know, the no 800 horsepower or anything like that. I think as Ortiz was mentioning to me earlier, the limit seems to be around 600, right?
Give or take.
Give or take.
600-ish. Sometimes we can push it a little bit further. I know me and Caleb, we talk a lot, and when we do certain things, once we reach like the 600 horsepower, I'm from AMR. Yeah. You know, we both work together on certain builds and stuff like that. Yeah. It's a great team. AMR is fantastic. Yeah. But when we work together on certain builds, we ended up finding out that the 600 horsepower range is usually close to the limits. So this car is going to be more than safe for the time being. Once we up the boost, we should be seeing some upwards in the 500s. But if you have a big horsepower car and you're over 600, it's
time bomb.
It can get a little risky.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But I mean, if you already put the money to go 600 horsepower, more than likely have enough money to get another junkyard motor,
yeah,
slap it on, send it.
And they're not that expensive, so that's a good thing about these, about the 3.7 motor. They're about, you know, 1,200, 1,300. I think I've seen them.
Sometimes you can find them like $400 or $500.
$400 or $500. I always like coming here because, you know, there's always a lot of information that that is good to know and all that stuff. But definitely check their page out, Ortiz Performance and Wild Greaser Garage. So very thankful for these guys. They're always down to tune the car, you know, diagnose it, whatever. You know, I just bring it here and they take care of me. So want to end the vlog with that. Just thank you to them, and we'll see you on the next one.